What's up, everybody? This is Brenton from Forza Tuning and Performance, and I know y'all have seen this Trackhawk before, but we've made some more revisions on it. So I think we're going to call this thing the DEMONHAWK from now on. Obviously, you got the Demon-inspired hood that's a functional ram air, and I want to show y'all something under the hood that we just got done doing a couple days ago. So let's check this out. So now, this Trackhawk has a Demon blower on it. So that is a Demon blower, and we Cerakoted the lid to it. It's got our supercharger modification program, port and polish, the same stuff as always. So we added this. So now we went from the 2.4 liter supercharger that comes on the Trackhawk and the Hellcat to the bigger 2.7 liter supercharger that comes on the Red Eye and the Demon. So we haven't had this on the dyno yet. I have street tuned it. It pulls like a freight train. Obviously it was fast before, it feels faster now. We've also got a few other things that I've kind of got in the works. I don't want to release them yet because there's stuff that are currently not on the market, but we're probably going to be testing them on this vehicle. And then once we do thorough testing and have real world results, we'll bring them out and announce them of what they are. So right now we're starting with this blower. And there are a couple things inside the blower that are new we're not going to talk about yet, so we'll get some numbers and see what it does, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I know y'all have seen this Trackhawk a lot, and a lot of what it's done to it, so obviously this does not look like a stock Trackhawk in any way, shape, or form. So this has a lot of subtle cosmetic differences between this and a regular Trackhawk. So I'm just going to give you all kind of like a tour of this vehicle and let you all know what it is. So obviously it has our Stage 4R package. He's got a bunch of additional things on it. So now it has the Demon blower. It has the leg maker cold air intake. This is my personal favorite intake out of all the ones. I like this one. I like the carbon fiber. I think it looks good. It sounds really good. So this has a few extras on top of the normal packages. Of course, it has our patented crankcase breather system here. On the Trackhawk, we use a 4-inch can. We call this our monster can. It's just bigger. And the main reason is, ideally, on like the big power Red Eyes or Demons, we would use this can. The only reason that we don't is because the physical limitations of room under the hood. It's really hard to fit it in there. So on the Trackhawk, luckily we have a little bit more real estate here where we can fit it in there. Other than that, it's pretty much looks like our regular package. The main thing, it has this Demon style hood, and probably a lot of you all know this is made by SCL. It's the dudes in Russia make this. It's a fiberglass hood, and they do a really good job with this hood. It fits really good out of the box. A lot of fiberglass hoods, it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes you get them and they fit good. Sometimes it's a total piece of shit and your painters want to kick your ass by the time he gets this thing to fit. This thing is really good. It's functional ram air, through this port right here. Comes in just like basically the Demon style, and then directs on top of here. The only difference is we don't have a sealed air box per se, but it is what it is. So a lot of people ask like what all's done to this Jeep. They look at it and they can tell it doesn't look the same, but they're not quite sure like what all's been done. The owner of this Jeep is really good about laying out all his customized cars. Okay, he modifies everything he has. He's got really good taste, and he kind of caters toward, he wants it to look different, but not in a like obnoxious or gaudy way. They're very subtle modifications, and I personally really like it. So little things that he's done, like these inserts right here. These come like just a finished plastic from the factory. He's had these color matched to the car, so they've been sanded down and painted the same color so they don't look like the plastic anymore. He's got like a carbon fiber little trim piece, a bezel around the front camera, and also this lower splitter. Chad over at Black Ops. If you don't know who he is, he makes a bunch of super high quality carbon stuff for a bunch of different cars, but Trackhawk especially. Anything you get from Chad is gonna be superior quality. It literally, you get it out of the box, and it's not like some of the cheap carbon stuff that when you actually go to put it on the car, it doesn't fit good, or the weave looks bad, or you put it on, it looks great, and then 6 months or a year later, the clear is peeling off. All this stuff has been on there for a while, and it literally looks exactly like it does the day he put it on. And this truck has been around. We did this truck probably, I'm gonna say almost 2 years ago, and we're in Florida. It's not like the sun is not intense down here, and he drives this thing all the time, okay? So you can get an up-close picture of this. Obviously there's bugs on here. We just got done street tuning this. This stuff looks great. It's super high quality. So if you're looking for some carbon stuff and you're not sure about the quality, if you go with Chad's stuff, you can't go wrong. Obviously, if you look around here, I might even miss a couple things. but the wheels are obviously custom wheels. He had these custom made for the Trackhawk by Nietzsche. They're 22-inch wheels, and right now he has Pirelli tires on here. We've got a set of Michelins to put on there. We just haven't put them on yet. We changed the brake pads. He wanted something with less brake dust, so we went with a different brake pad. Obviously, the Jeep is lowered and totally debadged. He did want our badges on the door, but here's a good point. If you look at this Jeep and you look at the paint quality and you look at the reflection in the paint, this does not look like a stock black Jeep Trackhawk, and that's because Presidential Detailing over in Tampa has completely paint corrected the vehicle. They've polished it out, they ceramic coated it, and now you hear a lot about ceramic coating, and a lot of people are getting that done. I'm here to tell you that there is a huge difference between places that do ceramic coating, okay? That is a very generalized term. That's like saying people paint cars. You can go to Mako and get a total piece of shit paint job, or you can go to a real guy and you get a show car paint job, okay? There's miles apart. So Presidential, at least in the Tampa Bay area, is by far the best. I've taken my personal vehicle there. That's the only place I would go. If a guy is going to ceramic coat, paint correct and ceramic coat your car, and he's going to have it done in a day, that's not a very good job. If he's going to do it for $600 to $800, that's not a very good job. Okay, that's ceramic coating that I could buy. Okay, I'm untrained. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's not going to turn out good. The ceramic coating that they use is a pro-level product from G-Technic, and I'm in no way, shape, or form affiliated with them or sponsored. I just try to pick the best people, and they're the best. So I can't even buy the product that they use. I would have to go through their training class and so on and so forth. So the product is very expensive. This car was there for a week getting paint corrected. This went there from the lot. Brand new black car. They spent an entire week paint correcting the vehicle. I drive a 3500 black Denali dually. Okay, they had my truck for 2 weeks paint correcting that big ass thing. Okay, they spend a lot of time, and the end result shows. They use top quality products. That's why this truck in person looks dramatically different than any other black Trackhawk or a black truck, period. So that's a big part of it that you see here. Past that, obviously the window tinting's done. Same place does the window tinting. You can get anywhere from regular film to super high quality film from them. The lower side skirts, again, that's Chad at Black Ops. He provides those. Again, it's just a cosmetic thing. It serves no performance or purpose whatsoever other than just looks. The owner liked them, so we put them on here. We come here to the back, and we have the lights tinted. We've got a guy that does this for us. He's really good, and it's just basically regular tint like a body shop would do. It's not too dark, but it's definitely different than stock. And then we leave the reverse lights clear, just kind of a good, offset. The rear wing here, this is from Black Ops as well. And then we did a rear wiper delete. Of course, the owner put in memory of Jesse Outlaw, and so we like that especially. Here's something I want to talk about. This panel right here. Okay, for whatever reason, Jeep decided to do this big, huge, ugly ass plastic emblem here. And they didn't just stick it on, they had to make it difficult. And they recessed the plastic panel, and it's a mess. It looks like total shit. So it's recessed so far that it's a big problem to try to fill it and smooth it out without it sinking back in. We use a painter, Tom Argue Designs. He's local to us, lucky for us, and he does a phenomenal job. Any show car paint stuff, SEMA cars, anything like that in the area, that's our go-to guy. It's literally, he's the best guy around. So after the owner went through several different paint and body guys literally around the country that were shipping in panels that they guaranteed that it wouldn't sink back in, every single one looked like shit within 6 months. So the one we have on here now, Tom's done. It has been in the Florida sun, and it's still flawless. So we can provide these panels for you all if you want them. Basically it gives us nice, smooth, clean appearance, and looks way better than stock in my opinion. So the exhaust wise, the owner, this is before anybody made an exhaust for the Trackhawk. Personally, the tips are out a little bit further than I would like, but the way the tip configuration is underneath there, it's literally, with using these tips, it'd be very hard. We maybe get them in another ½ inch, but they're the black chrome Corsa tips, and we just use the tips alone. So the exhaust system is American racing header, custom headers made for us, 2-inch primary, long tubes. We'll say high flow cats. That's the right thing to say, high flow cats. And then the back half is kind of pieced together. He wanted to use a specific muffler, so we used that, and then we kind of made the piping to the back of the car because at that time, nobody made anything. Now we pretty much use American racing header, and most of the time we just reuse the stock tips. So other than that, appearance-wise, that kind of sums up what the outside of the car consists of. He has a lot of money in this car. He's got, you know, obviously it's a lot of extensive modifications. The inside is pretty stock. He's got some LED lighting and stuff, but you know, you can see it's an all black interior. It's not anything crazy. It's black interior with the red seat belts. But obviously it looks good. And this has all the stuff as our regular 4R package. So it has the custom drive shafts, it has the front and rear differential braces, the custom suspension pieces, all the stuff that comes in the regular package. So this is the same truck that was in the video that raced the Lamborghini Urus and the Mercedes that we just released. This is just a standard stage 4R with some options and some cosmetic stuff. Got a bunch of comments in the video, even though we tried to make it explicitly clear that this is a modified Trackhawk. I guess a lot of people's ears don't work, or they can't read, or whatever. They didn't go to school long enough. This is not a stock Trackhawk. It wasn't supposed to be a fair race. We simply had this Trackhawk here, and we had the Urus here, and we're like, hey, let's run them and just see what the difference is. So any of y'all that are confused or don't know how to read or listen yet, there's your explanation for it. Yeah, so why don't we start it up and y'all can hear it. This should be a cold start. I think it's been sitting out here for a little bit. Okay, so you can see it sounds pretty aggressive. It's not totally cold, so before you all get on there and start commenting a bunch of dumb shit about you can't rev it when it's cold, it's not cold. Believe me, I know that much by now. I've been doing this a long time. So there y'all can hear what it sounds like up close and personal. So we're gonna be doing a couple of races with this against a couple other things. We're tuning a Ferrari FF in there right now. So it's not supposed to be fair. So all the shit talkers, you can get that out of your system. It's not going to be fair. We're just gonna show you a tuned Ferrari FF versus this, just for comparison's sake, just for you something to see. If you don't wanna see it, you don't think it's fair, don't watch it, we don't care. So that's about it on the Trackhawk. Hope you all like this. Hope this answers a lot of questions. You know, if you're wanting to modify your Trackhawk and you've seen this and you like it and you're not sure, hey, what all's done to that? Where did you get this stuff? You know, what all did you all do to it? Hopefully this answers those questions, and then you can, you know, have help modifying your own Trackhawk. So again, thanks for watching. We appreciate the support. If you have any questions about this or anything else, make sure you leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer them all. The video guys are really good about grabbing your all's questions. They categorize them. They're all in a big spreadsheet in there, and they give them to me. So we try to get to them in the order that y'all ask them. And I'll be happy to answer any questions y'all have. So thanks again. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. See you guys.